Welcome to your Saga Oasis. "15 Smart Psychological Tricks." Are you ready to challenge yourself and become the best version of who you are by exploring these simple yet incredibly powerful psychological tips with us? These are the strategies that the wise have kept and used to reach the pinnacle of success. Not many people might tell you about them, but we will. Let's check them out together. 1. Offer a gift. If you want to create goodwill and improve your relationship with someone, consider giving them a gift. Don't worry too much about the gift being overly elaborate or expensive. In fact, even small gestures, such as a smile, a kind act, or a heartfelt compliment can significantly influence how others treat you. You just need to be a little more thoughtful and sincere. For instance, if a colleague of yours is exhausted from caring for a sick child and lack of sleep, you might buy her a cup of tea or coffee she likes. Or if you and your teammate are nervous about an upcoming important presentation at a meeting, getting him a small, sweet treat could lessen the stress and boost his spirits. This not only helps create a positive work environment, but also shows your care and respect for your colleagues. Alternatively, if you want your loved one to feel cherished and valued, you could give them a sweet handwritten letter or a small bouquet on a tough day. For those who may not like you much or don't know you well, giving gifts or offering help can create a stronger connection between you and them. Sometimes, a small gesture, like reminding them of a task they accidentally forgot, holding the elevator door, or even just a warm smile, can change how they see you. Or sometimes, just being there and sharing in their joys and struggles can be a gift in itself. These actions not only make you more endearing to them, but also establish you as a trustworthy, approachable, and helpful friend. This will enhance your value and esteem within your community. 2. Focus on laughter in a circle of friends, a family group, or a team of colleagues at work. Do you ever wonder who cherishes whom, or who cherishes you the most? Imagine a party buzzing with energy, where everyone is laughing and enjoying each other's company. While someone starts telling a funny story, pay attention to who looks at whom when everyone in the group laughs at the joke. Human instinct is to look at the person they feel closest to in a group during a shared moment. So, if you want to know who feels closest to you, observe who looks at you when everyone is laughing. If all eyes turn to one person in the group, perhaps you. Congratulations, you are likely the most cherished and beloved member of the group. Moreover, this observation can also help you spot secret affections. For example, you might notice a pair who can't stop glancing at each other while everyone else is laughing. This could be a sign of a deepening relationship. 3. Stand beside a challenger. When a conversation gets tense and members start raising their voices and losing their cool, it often signals a strong clash of opinions. In such situations, it's more important to try to calm the atmosphere and rebuild relationships than to push for a win at all costs. If you find yourself in a heated discussion, even if you believe you're holding the winning hand or have solid arguments, the relationship within the group will only deteriorate, regardless of who argues better. And if the other person is indeed wrong, they'll feel even more upset because of the embarrassment you've caused. And nothing good tends to follow from that. So, to prevent the other person from feeling threatened, hostile, or shameful, try a unique and effective approach. Move to their side and choose to stand or sit near them rather than directly opposite. This way, you create a more physically intimate communication space that reduces tension and confrontation, fostering a more open conversation. 4. Focus on foot positions. By carefully observing someone's feet while they are talking, you can uncover a secret language that might help you better understand their thoughts and emotions. Imagine you are in a conversation, and as you look down, you notice that the other person's feet are pointing towards you. This not only shows they are focused on you, but also suggests an interest and a desire to connect with you. However, if their feet are pointed away from you or even towards the exit, it could mean they are feeling uncomfortable or wish to end the conversation. This might be a signal for you to either stop or change the subject. It's important to note, though, that interpreting based on foot direction is just one part of the bigger picture. There could be many other factors affecting a person's mood and intentions, so using this method should be combined with observing other nonverbal cues and understanding the overall context of the situation. 5. Chameleon effect. When you subtly mimic the body language of the person you're conversing with, you're not just creating an effective way to communicate, but also building trust and rapport with them. By mirroring their movements, gestures, and facial expressions, you send an unspoken message that you are listening and empathizing with them. For example, if you're talking to someone and they rest their hand on their chin, you might gently do the same. Or if they frequently nod while speaking, occasionally nodding in agreement can show your alignment with their thoughts. Since people often feel more comfortable and engaged when communicating with others who exhibit similar behaviors and attitudes, understanding this and applying it can foster a strong and lasting connection between you and others. 6. The strength of silence. If you need to know something important, but when you ask the person with the information, they respond irritably, evasively, or vaguely, maintain your silence and look them in the eyes. Your gaze can convey understanding and acceptance, but also create a gentle yet clear pressure. Faced with this, the other person may feel compelled, embarrassed, and break the uncomfortable silence by revealing more information. However, it's important to use the power of silence carefully and with respect for the other person. 7. Send hidden messages during communication. If you want others to agree with your opinions, you can use a subtle and effective strategy. Nod while conveying your message. People often mimic behaviors, as mentioned earlier, and they might automatically nod back as you speak. This can stimulate the listener's brain, creating an effect that makes them more inclined to agree with you. However, it's important to remember that using subconscious signals should not compromise honesty and transparency in communication. Use this technique responsibly and ethically, ensuring you are confident and aware of your intentions, always respecting the views and opinions of others. It should not be used to manipulate those who are easily influenced. 8. Creating artificial excitement. Creating a sense of artificial excitement can be a useful psychological trick when you start dating. Instead of just going for dinner or a leisurely walk, try to create an exhilarating experience to stimulate your partner's emotions. For example, you could take them on a roller coaster ride or watch a horror movie. Activities like these generate a high level of adrenaline, making your partner feel thrilled and excited. More importantly, they might attribute these feelings to their attraction to you, helping you score points quickly. However, remember that creating artificial excitement should be done with the consent of both parties and should not make your partner feel uncomfortable or pressured. The goal is to create a unique and enjoyable experience that enhances the relationship, not to cause unnecessary stress or anxiety. 9. Offer options. When you ask someone a yes or no question, you often open the door to the possibility of a negative response. If you want someone to make a decision in your favor, consider tweaking your approach a bit. The key here is the smart use of words. For example, if you want your husband to buy you a new dress, instead of asking, "Can you buy me this dress?" which might likely get a hesitant or negative response, you could give him a choice by saying, "I haven't gotten a new dress in a while. Should I get the red one or the yellow one?" This tactic makes your husband feel like he has the power to decide, while in reality, you've steered the choices toward your goal. This also applies in other interactions, like in restaurants, where servers often use a similar strategy to create a sense of choice for customers, although in reality, they are guiding the customer to order more, benefiting both the server and the restaurant. 10. Employ indirect speech. In social communication, using passive voice can help maintain harmony and avoid conflicts in relationships. For example, instead of telling your husband, "Aren't you going to take out the trash?" you could use passive voice and say, "Oh, the trash hasn't been taken out yet." Notice the difference between these two statements. The first one sounds like a reproach, focusing on the husband's uncompleted action. The second sentence, however, focuses on the subject, in this case, the trash bag, and not on the person. By doing this, you avoid making the other person feel uncomfortable. Your husband is likely to take the initiative to help while still feeling at ease and not pressured, thereby maintaining a positive and strong connection in the relationship. 11. Use personal names. The habit of remembering and using people's names in communication not only helps you build a positive environment, but is also an effective way to establish relationships and friendships. For example, imagine you are attending a business event and meeting many people, both old and new acquaintances. Instead of just saying hello without remembering their names, you can make a positive impression by recalling and using their names during the conversation. You could say, "It's great to see you, John," or "Looking forward to our meeting next week, Jenny." Using their names is not just a matter of politeness. It shows that you care and respect them. You treat them as someone special, not just somebody random at the event. This creates a sense of trust and opens up better connections and collaboration opportunities for the future. 12. Utilize the impact of physical contact. You might have experienced the warm and comforting feeling when a loved one or friend touches your shoulder or knee during tough times. A hug, a gentle stroke, or even a few light pats on the back can convey care and empathy. Imagine your nephew feeling sad because his pet dog has gone missing. You gently place your hand on his shoulder and reassure him, saying that everyone will do their best to find the dog. The child would feel the warmth and support from a beloved family member and likely recover his spirits more quickly. When we touch others, we better convey the sincerity of our words and express our emotions more accurately, helping us build stronger relationships and gain others' trust more naturally and effortlessly. 13. Encourage joke repetition. You might not realize it, but jokes and humorous stories often lose their charm when repeated. If you find yourself the target of someone's tactless jests or ridicule, you can use this strategy to turn the tables. For example, suppose a colleague from another team mockingly comments that waiting for you to finish task ABC is like waiting for a koala to complete a painting of a caterpillar, referring to a popular joke where a koala draws so slowly that the caterpillar turns into a butterfly by the time it's done, implying that you work inefficiently. In reality, this is an inappropriate joke, and if you don't want to retaliate directly, making the other person uncomfortable, you can pretend not to understand and ask them to repeat the joke. When they do, the joke will lose its initial humor and no longer make an impression. Alternatively, you could ask why they think that story is funny, forcing them to explain and analyze it. This not only makes them feel awkward, but also makes them realize that their joke isn't really funny at all, as explaining a joke is often worse than repeating it. 14. Properly request assistance. In society, a common psychology among most people is the desire for freedom and comfort, which often leads them to want others to do things for them, whether they genuinely need help or simply out of laziness. However, social psychology research shows that in friendly relationships, no one really wants to work with someone who is overbearing and manipulative. Therefore, you should only ask for help after you've tried and are unable to complete a task yourself. Be bold in seeking assistance when needed, and don't forget to start your request with polite and sincere words, "I need your help." People on the receiving end of such a polite and honest request usually feel pleased to be asked, as it gives them a chance to demonstrate their kindness, and the feeling of genuinely helping someone is quite rewarding. 15. Offer confirmation. Providing confirmation is a powerful way to build positive relationships with others. We often feel happy and appreciated when others recognize our viewpoints and show that they understand what's important to us. Therefore, the best way to make others like you is to give them the feeling that they are heard and understood. For example, if you are talking with a friend and they share with you about a passionate dream of theirs, express it in your own words to confirm the importance of that dream to them. By doing this, they will feel that you truly listen, value, and care about them, which helps strengthen the bond between you both. Thank you for exploring these special psychological tips with us. Remember, these are not tools to manipulate others, but rather bridges that help you understand both yourself and others better. Please share with us which psychological tips have truly impressed you. Is there a particular strategy that has boosted your confidence, or a technique that has helped you connect more deeply with others? We are eager to hear from you in the comments section. It's the end of the video. Thank you for joining us today. And don't miss out on more videos from us by subscribing and turning on the notification bell icon.